Welcome back to Jaja's Atelier. It's so good to be back with you guys, my YouTube family. It's been a year. I did a test run last year and I wasn't really feeling it. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it again. So, that's life. You fall down and you get the fuck back up. So here we are. I just turned 33. I feel like I look better than I've ever looked. I have a whole lot more confidence. This year for my birthday, I went out with my best friend whose birthday is today. Shout out to my sister, Shannon Stovall. I'll be seeing you later. And I went to Richmond. We had a great time. I shot I like to call it a vanity reel. I know like on Instagram you're supposed to do like, get ready with me, but I want to do something different. I grew up on music videos and, B movies. And so my shit is a little more dramatic and extra. And you know how the saying on TikTok goes, never, ever, ever be basic for anyone. And I won't. I refuse. So, my first look, let me pop them up on the screen. The first look I did was this beautiful, it's been, we're going to get into Cannes Film Festival. My birthday falls on Cannes Film Festival. So I was just inspired by all the glamorous looks I was doing. I did a beaded top with the satin bra. And this skirt is actually made out of a vintage YSL robe, just so you know. I wanted to give it that Maison Margiela feel at the bottom and just give old Hollywood glamour at the top. I also did bangs. You guys know I do straight or curly or wavy black hair. I don't experiment with the hair too often. But I feel like it's time to, change it up a little bit. So I wanted to do something different, something a little nostalgic. I was watching an old Valentino runway show for some research I was doing, and I saw Claudia Schiffer and I was like, you know what? Let me do a bang for my birthday. So we did that. And then the second look was actually shot in Richmond by my best friend Shannon. This is after we went out to dinner and had a few drinks. I decided to just be really, really sexy. This is what 33 looks like, honey. I look like I just came out the womb yesterday. Excuse the red eyes. It's late and I just had to puff my ganja, my reefer. You know how we do. So I did minimal makeup, bone straight center part hair, which is like my go-to. This bralette was actually made out of a faux alligator skin coat, which I have repurposed at least, I know, maybe 3 or 4 times. And I added, I had a pair of vintage Ferragamo loafers and they were just too small. I tried to sell them and I was like, you know what, I could do something with these. So I added the shoe tops to the bra, kind of pointed them down. Stay tuned on my Instagram because I'm going to show you how I made this bralette. And I did some leather pants and I wore this actually. It's right behind me actually. And Only Maker shoes, these neon green satin Mary Janes. They're actually Mary Janes, but you could tuck the straps in. And I mean, I had a ball for my birthday. I ended up going to a wedding that Sunday, and me and my girl, we had a fucking ball. We smoked a lot of reefer. We had a great time, and yeah, we ate really good. If it's one thing me and my best friend are gonna do, we're gonna have a kiki, and we're gonna spill some tea. We're gonna act a fool, and we're gonna eat good. Okay, so let's get into my hot topics, the hottest topics in fashion from this past week. Let's get into the Cannes Film Festival and my favorite looks. Here we go. Okay, so the glamazons of the world took over Cannes, France. I think this is the 76th or 77th Cannes Film Festival. I have been gawking at the looks from Cannes all week. but it's only a couple that have really, really stuck with me. First, we're going to get into Gigi Hadid. She is the it girl supermodel right now. One of her and her sister, they're a dynamic duo. I love their mom, but I didn't see Bella at the Cannes Film Festival, which, you know, she really gave last year. So I guess she was giving her sister her time. You know, Gigi just had a baby. I think her baby might be 1 or 2. And so she's a mom. So maybe, you know, they're switching off years. Let's get into her look. She had on Archive Zac Posen. If you're not familiar with Zac Posen, I think I was like in middle school going into high school, and Zac Posen, literally the Oscars, every bitch had on Zac Posen. The Golden Globes, every girl had on Zac Posen. I mean, I mean, his brand is no longer. I think he's just kind of freelancing. I'm not really sure, but he's definitely around. But his dresses fit the body like no other, and just it was just glamorous. I love the hair, I love the makeup. This look was perfect. I live on a highway, so sometimes we hear trucks and motorcycles and people zooming up the road. What the fuck are you gonna do? Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell served look after look after look during Cannes, but my favorite look was this Chanel. I'm not sure if it's archived. I just love the front of it. I love the color. I mean, really, really gorgeous. My other favorite, now you guys are gonna say, bitch, that's the same goddamn dress, but it's not. I love this baby blue, and there's 2 up here on the screen, Ashley Graham and Jordan Dunn. Jordan Dunn is wearing Elie Saab. I have no words for this look. I loved it. Jordan Dunn, she never gets it wrong. Her body is snatched. The hair was snatched. Everything was snatched. And then you guys know I love Ashley Graham, and she is wearing, I believe she's wearing, I have my notes. Who is she wearing? I believe she is wearing Dolce & Gabbana. And then they said in the description that this was a gray taffeta cape, and that she had a bodysuit, a lingerie bodysuit underneath it. But it looks like this beautiful shade of just powder blue to me. I don't know, but it looks blue to me, but they said it was gray. But anyway, she just, I don't know. After she dropped those twins a couple years ago, honey is giving, honey. She was also, I also saw her in like this crystal netted see-through Miu Miu look. Like I think she just put it on and took pictures in the hallway, but it was fabulous. Her body is just, I love the way she embraces her curves. And I mean, Ashley Graham, she's just so sweet. I talk about these people like I know them. What did Wendy Williams used to say? Friend in my head. I'm sending love to Wendy. I love you, Wendy. This episode is for you. But yeah, Ashley Graham did it. And also Irina Shayk. Not my favorite of the supermodel crew. Not my favorite. But I love this dress. This dress is by, God, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Mawalawa. And mostly all of the girls went for old Hollywood glam. You know, very pretty. This dress is rugged. This dress is sexy. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting to see this dress on the Cannes red carpet, and I'm glad she pulled it out. Her stylist is Natasha Colvin. You did that, girl. I love this. I love this. It's giving glam and grunge at the same damn time. And the makeup and the hair, it all just ties in. I really love it. And who else do we have? I think that's it. Those were my favorites for the Cannes Film Festival. But I will tell you, I normally don't do worst dress. But Hoseka, I think she's like a supermodel. And I think she's so beautiful. She gives Grace Kelly every time I see her. She's got a joie de vivre about her. But this dress by Viktor and Rolf, it was more stupid than Jay Morant pulling that gun out for the second time live on Instagram. I feel like Viktor and Rolf is editorial purposes only. And I've seen it in a couple of different issues of Vogue, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And this is the thing, when you're styling and we're doing like Cannes red carpet, the Oscars, the Mets. Well, the Met, I feel like she could have worn this to the Met, maybe. But it's boring. It's stupid to wear on the red carpet. It's like, I couldn't decide what the fuck to wear. You know what I mean? I don't know. But she's a beautiful girl. I think she's so gorgeous. I mean, she can really, any other time I've seen her, she does no wrong. But this was really ignorant. I didn't like this dress. I didn't think she should have worn it on the red carpet. Okay, so what do we have next? Next, we're going to get into Beyonce. The Queen Bee is on tour. The Renaissance tour. You won't break my soul. Okay? She told you to quit your job. I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it every time I hear it. Yes, let's get into these looks, honey. Beyonce. Okay, so as you know, Beyonce is on the Renaissance tour. Honey. Now, I am probably not going to go to this show because the tickets is high as fuck. And plus, I've already seen the entire show on YouTube. But the wardrobe. Can we talk about the wardrobe? One thing about Beyonce in the last couple of tours that she's done, it's never one specific wardrobe. She introduces new looks along the tour, which I really, really love that because you just don't know what she's going to pop out with next. Her stylists for the tour, KJ Moody, Julia Sarr, Shioni Turini, they are killing it right now. We have seen Beyonce and Alexander McQueen. She has even tapped Brandon Blackwood, who I've only seen him make one other dress for one other woman, and that was Shirley Ralph from one of the award shows this past season. That baby blue, I'm really loving the baby blue. I'm really digging the baby blue. I feel like that's the color of the summer. You heard it here first, bitch. I cuss a lot. The shoes, it was just so classic. And then it took a turn for the sexy with the high slits. Just recently, I think in London, we saw her in that crystal ruby red jumpsuit by Off-White. We've seen her in Balmain. My favorite, though, I have to say, my favorite look so far is the Mugler. You guys know I love the dearly departed Terry Mugler. I feel like this look is everything. It's also inspired by Terry Mugler's 1997 Haute Couture La Insect collection. I believe that's what it was titled. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, child. But yes, Beyonce is killing it. But I'm really about to show my motherfucking age right now because I remember once upon a time. I'm gonna tell you what I really want to see for this tour, and I feel like it's coming. I'm really about to show my age, but when I was young and Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, I remember Miss Tina Knowles used to make their outfits, and I'm about to put one up on the screen. I think this is the 2000 or 2001 Grammys. I would love to see Miss Tina make her a look for the tour. Just one, Miss Tina. Just come out of retirement, because Miss Tina used to have the girls dressed down. I mean, she used to, the looks, I believe she did the looks in Bills, Bugaboo. I mean, I'm sure there was some designer pieces thrown in there, but Miss Tina was the one doing the looks back then. And I think it would be so nostalgic. And also, I feel like it would be a little touching and meaningful. I mean, her daughter performed with her. I can't believe Blue Ivy is 11. God, when I saw her up on that stage, I felt so goddamn old. But I would love to see Miss Tina do a look for Beyonce just one last time. Come out of retirement, Miss Tina. All right, so who do we have next? Kylie Jenner. I know you guys are tired of hearing about the Kar Jenners, but I love them. And I feel like they're coming into a new era where I feel like we're not going to see them as much. I feel like it's coming. They've made their money. And, you know, Vogue and Harper's Bazaar are calling this, there's a new aesthetic floating around, and Vogue and Harper's Bazaar are calling it quiet luxury. And I'm digging it. You know, look at me right now, black and white. You know, mostly I wear black. I'm not really a color pop type of a chick, you know what I'm saying? And usually Kylie is in something tight, sexy. And I just thought she was giving, like, the French Riviera. She was in Paris to go see none other than Miss Beyonce. And, or excuse me, Mrs. Carter. And she gave just simple, effortless glam. We've also seen Sophia Richie do it. And it's really giving rich French Riviera yacht vibes. Very monochromatic. The all-white look is Azzedine Alaïa, which I love Azzedine Alaïa. That's one of my favorite fashion houses. The other all-white look, I love this. It gave Clueless, very preppy. I really love the sunglasses in this. This is Ferragamo by Maximilian Davis. You guys know I love me some Maximilian now. Ferragamo is becoming one of my new favorite obsessions. And then the all-black look is Bottega. She has very little makeup on. I feel like she's coming into her own as a woman. And like I said, I feel like we're getting to the point where we're not going to see the Kardashians as much. I feel like it's already happening. Like, yeah, they're on season 3 of the Kardashians on Hulu, which, it started off kind of boring. I love them, but it started off kind of boring. Listen, but I do think after, I give it 2 more years and they're probably going to go on about their life. And it's showing in their fashions. Like, I feel like they're at the point where, like, all right, we've done the big dramatic looks. These are like the pillars of Instagram right here. This is where it all started. And I feel like they have nothing else to prove. Yeah, just live your life. Fuck the haters. You're a billionaire. Fuck it. All right. Also, we're going to be talking about next. This is the final topic. You know, the streets are rumbling with Paris Fashion Week. Men's Paris Fashion Week is coming up. Milan is coming up. New York is coming up. So, you know what happens before that. All the houses come out with their resort shows. I've seen a couple, but 2 in particular have really struck me. And that's definitely Alberta Ferretti and the new Versace La Vacation collection, co-designed by Dua Lipa. I love Dua Lipa. I think she's so beautiful. Let's start with Versace. It gave, again, there's this breath of fresh air. And it's just a nuanced, just vacation style. Like, all of these runways are making me want to go to Aruba. Like, Jesus Christ. I want to be rich, and I want to go to Aruba in the Dua Lipa Donatella Versace collection. One thing I will point out about this runway show, I loved the bouffant hair. I loved it. I loved the bouffant hair. I mean, just look at the colors and just the cuts. You know, Versace, when Gianni started his house, he wanted to really embraced the female form. And I feel like even after his passing, who better than to carry on the name than his own sister? And I feel like she is the moment. Donatella is a fucking legend. And to throw Dua Lipa in the mix, I thought it was really smart because, yes, she's a pop star. She sings. But, honey, if the album stops selling, Dua Lipa could definitely be a creative director. She could definitely be a supermodel. She could definitely be a stylist. I've heard that she styled some of her own looks in the past. And it definitely shows in this collection. It was dynamic. It was colorful. It was just so rich and opulent. I really, really love this collection. And of course, you guys know I do love, what fashion house don't I like? I love Alberta Ferretti and that collection, again, with this vacation aesthetic. I'm really, really digging it. It's easy breezy. You know, they're making it okay to just not wear as much makeup. You don't have to be dressed to the nines to be dressed to the nines. You know what I'm saying? My aunt is, excuse me, a glamorous woman. And so is my mom. But it never looks like they're trying hard at all. Shout out to my Auntie Belle. So elegant. Her and my mom are the two style queens of our family. And I get it from my mama. But yeah, it's just it's timeless, it's elegant. I love it. I love it. And I'm really gonna incorporate that into my wardrobe for the summer. I usually wear a pair of lashes. I have on CC cream and no lashes. And I feel beautiful. I feel comfortable. I feel like we need to go back to those minimal days. Back in the day, girls didn't have baby hair all the way down here and, you know, pounds of makeup on. I remember watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and seeing Tatiana Ali, a brown girl, and she was just so fucking gorgeous. Her and Mia Campbell, Garcelle Bouvier. That's how I like to say her name. From the Jamie Foxx show. Those girls were just minimal and chic. Nia Long. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. It's going to save us money on all this goddamn makeup that we've been buying. We no longer have to glue lashes. Even though every now and then I do like a lash. I have a big head. I like a lash. But you know, fuck it. Be as natural as possible. That's the vibe I'm getting for the summer. And I'm digging it. Because it's time to scale it back some, ladies. It really is. And I'm here for it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. So great to be back with my YouTube family again. Tune in next Friday. We'll be talking about Hailey Bailey and her style transformation on the red carpet for her Little Mermaid premiere. She's been wearing a ton of looks. We're going to talk about that next week and so much more. Tune in. Ciao.